Right now, live at 5, a Proctor teen has been charged with criminal sexual conduct months after allegations surfaced about misconduct on the school's football team. Plus, Duluth's mask mandate is officially in effect. What you need to know. And later,
what are all of these ramps doing here at Duluth's Cascade Park? We tell you what they're here for and more coming up next.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. We're following developing news tonight. Months after allegations first surfaced, a Proctor High School football player is now charged with criminal sexual conduct.
And we want to warn you, some of what you are about to hear is graphic and disturbing. The 17-year-old's case, which is a felony, is being heard in juvenile court. According to court documents, he's accused of using a toilet plunger's handle to penetrate a teammate.
CBS 3's Rob Coles joins us now in studio with much more on those allegations. Rob?
Well, Kristen, Briggs, first, it's important to understand what apparently happened just a few days before the incident. Over Labor Day weekend, court documents show someone used the victim's Snapchat account to send an explicit photo to a group of Proctor football players. Some players responded saying the victim was going to, quote, get the plunger. Interviews with Proctor football players later revealed that the plunger was often used as a joke in the locker room. Most often, it was the rubber end used to touch someone. But court documents indicate none of those previous incidents were sexual. But then, after practice on September 7th, the suspect allegedly approached the victim with the plunger. Now, the victim tried to run away, thinking originally it was a joke. Eventually, the victim says one or more players tackled him outside, and the suspect used the wooden end of the handle to penetrate him. Later, the suspect said, quote, "I did it. I bet you didn't think I was going to do it." And although all this happened within the view of a security camera, it wasn't working at the time. Now, investigators have not been able to track down any other recordings.
Yeah, Rob, truly terrible allegations there. You did mention that multiple people chased down the victim. Do you know if anyone else is expected to be charged?
Well, authorities say they're not charging anyone else at this time, but they say police are still investigating and gathering new information. They're asking anyone who knows anything or may have a recording to come forward. We have information on where you can do that on our website.
All right, thank you. That's our Rob Coles reporting live for us in the studio tonight. Thanks, Rob. Well, tonight we learned the suspect will make his first court appearance on February 3rd, and a motion is expected to be filed before then to move his juvenile case to adult court.
And CBS 3's policy is not to name juvenile suspects charged with a crime unless their case gets moved to adult court. However, we should note the suspect turns 18 next week. Now, a lot has happened in the months since these allegations first came to light. While the incident happened September 7th, it's unclear when it was first reported to Proctor police. We first reported on the investigation on September 22nd when the Proctor football team's season was put on hold and then canceled just a few days later. That's also when the team's coach, Derek Parendo, announced he would be stepping down.
And through all that, the school district kept its comment to a minimum, only calling the allegations, quote, student misconduct and acknowledging the ongoing investigation. That prompted some Proctor families to protest, demanding answers from the school district and police, whose investigation continued for about 2 months. Then on October 27th, police turned their findings over to the St. Louis County Attorney's Office. They spent the next 2.5 months considering whether or not to file charges. Both police and the Attorney's Office say a lot of their work was hindered by rumors circulating on social media. They continue to ask the public to let this judicial process play out. The Attorney's Office declined our request for an additional comment today. We also reached out to the school district and the former coach, but we didn't hear back. We'll, of course, continue following this story and bring you updates as they come in.
Here's a live look from Duluth tonight, where just minutes ago, the 30-day mask mandate began across the city. Mayor Emily Larson enacted her emergency powers yesterday to declare the temporary rule. The 30-day mandate applies to any indoor public place in Duluth, like businesses, restaurants, and entertainment facilities. The mandate does not apply to kids younger than 5 or child care providers. Larson says she consulted with the governor's office and health leaders to make the decision. They all say masks are one of the best tools we have to slow the spread of COVID. Hospital workers also backed the mayor's decision. The mandate is set to end February 12th at 5 p.m.
People attending a UMD event, including some Bulldog hockey series, will soon need to prove they're vaccinated or have a negative test. The University of Minnesota system announced that new policy today. They're hoping it will stall Omicron cases and help suffering hospital staff. The policy includes all university events with 200 or more people. That means sports, theater, and musical performances, but not the dining halls. It starts January 26th and lasts until February 9th. 2 Bulldog hockey series at Amsoil fall in that window. That's the men hosting Western Michigan and the women hosting Mankato. Any possible extensions would be announced before the policy expires. And we mentioned you can also show proof of a negative COVID test, but that has to be from a lab and taken within 72 hours of the event.
Dave joins us now for a first look at the weather. Dave, some snow flying out there, and I gotta say, it slicked up the roads on my way to work. I saw a few people in the ditch, unfortunately. Everyone is okay, but still.
That part's good to hear, Kristen. Yeah, a little bit of lakeside snow is coming across right now. Precious little for inland areas, unless you head towards the Brainerd Lakes. That's where that bigger system is sliding by our area. So folks there really have a lot of snow. Let's take a look now at where we're facing a winter weather advisory. Because of lake influence, we're looking at this winter weather advisory in effect until 6 o'clock in the morning Saturday from Silver Bay down to the Twin Ports and then across over towards just outside of Ashland. That's where we could get about 3 to 6 inches of snow. The rest of us might manage a trace to an inch. But because of what's already fallen near the lake, we've got some less than perfect road conditions for the Twin Ports up 61 towards Silver Bay. And some roads on the Iron Ranges here have a couple of scattered slippery spots too. And that's holding true through Wisconsin and into the Upper Peninsula. Our short-term forecast says the snow chance, 50-50 shot, just in case your town hasn't seen it yet, will last through early tomorrow morning, then be replaced by higher pressure from the north. That'll keep us a little bit on the cool side, but make it mostly sunny. But not for long. Already on Sunday, there's another snow chance. And, of course, I'll talk about if that's a bigger one or a smaller one in just a few more minutes.
All right, thank you, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, it's Friday, and that means many snowmobilers are gearing up for the weekend rides. We've got trail conditions from local clubs coming up when we take you around the Northland, trail by trail.
You're watching CBS 3 Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Briggs LaSavage, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson. On Live, Local, CBS 3.
Reliable starts here at Interstate Battery in Superior, Wisconsin. Shop our wide variety of car, AAA, phone, key, and sealed lead-acid batteries. Find the right battery right away with the help of our expert staff. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons. From rakes for fall leaves to shovels and snowblowers for that first snowfall. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers like Traeger and the Big Green Egg, which are perfect for your holiday ham or turkey. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Check out this snow at Glensheen tonight. Today's freezing temps and big waves and obviously wind have frozen over the pier there. And Dave will be in with this week's full forecast and your weekend forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's head over to Briggs for some fun trail conditions.
Thank you, Kristen. Ride right, ride safe, and ride sober. That's the message from local snowmobile clubs as many people gear up to hit the trails this weekend. What you need to know before your weekend ride as we take you around the Northland, trail by trail. We start off tonight in Mercer, Wisconsin with a report from the Mercer area snowgoers. They report snowmobiling in southern Iron County is doing amazing so far this year. Their trails are flat and the Turtle Flambeau flowage is looking fantastic. All trails are rated great to excellent condition there. They have groomed all through the swamps except for 182B to Price County and 8A at Beaver Pond. They would like to remind everyone that tomorrow is their 15th annual Winter Blast at the Groomer Barn in Mercer from 8 a.m. to noon. And next we head over to Chisholm with a report from the Path Blazers. They say their 67 miles of trail are groomed and in excellent riding condition too. Snow is abundant on all the trails, but there is some logging between the Allborn grade and Hibbing. The connection between the Cy Lake area and Great Taconite Trail is also ready. They want to invite everyone to visit the area for a good dose of Minnesota nice and Iron Range hospitality. We know Kristen knows that well. The Path Blazers come from Chisholm, Hibbing, Side Lake, and Buell. And next we head over to Cloquet tonight with a report from the Wood City Riders. Their entire 60-mile trail system is open for use and has been groomed multiple times over the last 2 weeks. Nearby clubs have also been out and grooming, setting up excellent loops for the longer rides. All of their trails are rated fair to good, and they do want to warn riders, though, that the base is solid, but due to low snow conditions, rocks and sticks may be a hazard in some of those areas. And we wrap up tonight in Grand Portage with their local trail report. We received a call from a very nice man today saying the trails are some of the best he has seen. A majority of the 100 miles are rated as good, but Section 11 is closed. And riders are warned of a skid steer on the trail there. We'll have an update to their weekly trail report on our website. If you or someone you know is a part of a local snowmobile alliance, you should send us your trail report. And it might be featured as we go around the Northland trail by trail.
Well, that makes me want to go snowmobiling this weekend. Thanks, Briggs. Still to come on Live at 5. If you're planning a summer trip to the BWCA, you better buy your permit quick. We'll tell you when they go on sale in just a few minutes.
Snow totals so far today have been fairly thin inland, but a little sassier by the lake. 4.2 inches, for example, at Duluth International Airport. I'll talk about how much more could fall by early tomorrow morning before we get a sunny but cool break on Saturday afternoon.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Morning. Who said that?
Whoa. Where did that come from? Floating money.
It's funny.
Good luck out there.
Enjoy the benefits of soft water with Morton Water Softeners at Menards. Morton's Demand Control Wi-Fi Softener is a smarter way to manage your water. Right now, buy any Morton Water Softener and get a $50 rebate. Replace your toilet with a Titan Tall Elongated Toilet from American Standard. It has a powerful flush and AquaGuard to reduce condensation. Save big money right now on the American Standard Titan Elongated Toilet at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
Hey, lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
Follow me, I'll lead the way.
There's always something new under the sun.
Oh, you just put me in a good mood.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Putting the finishing touches on the forecast here, because with actual snow happening, well, we've got a lot to keep an eye on here. So let's go right to the current conditions and start with those before we talk about how long this winter weather advisory is going to stick around for our region. At the moment, at Duluth International Airport, we have 15 degrees, and with a cloudier sky, we've got some light lake-influenced snow coming down, and that's where the snow is going to be thickest here overnight tonight, is for lakeside communities. This is really a lake-driven event here where snow totals could go, I'm thinking, anywhere from 3 to 6 inches by the time it wraps up. If you live right by Lake Superior inland, you might manage a trace to an inch at best. Well, back to the here and now. The easterly northeasterly wind we have is hitting 15 miles per hour, and our relative humidity is 80%. Taking a look now at temperatures, the warm spell of the past couple of days is slipping away rather rapidly. Colder air coming in from the north has already taken us down to a line of 2 belows here from Ely to Orr to International Falls, and some single digits running from the Quad Cities through Eveleth and Chisholm here, or I mean Hibbing and Chisholm. A little bit warmer in the teens towards Cloquet and Moose Lake and into Wisconsin. We're looking at teens as well. Oh, close to 10 above for our friends in the Upper Peninsula, but cooler air coming in to chase away a snowmaking low-pressure system all mean very wintry conditions for the next couple of days. Cooler temperatures and a chance for snow. And again, right by the lake is where the snow is the best. You see some snow to our west and down to our south. That's a bigger system that's missing us almost completely. So again, what we get is driven here by lake influence and moisture there, and especially towards the head of the lakes. Winter weather advisory for lakeside communities again through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. The advice is take it easy driving because it's going to be slippery from Silver Bay to the Twin Ports and Duluth over towards Ashland. So how much snow grand total here by tomorrow morning? Well, for the head of the lakes and the lakeside communities, I'm thinking 3 to 6 inches. For the rest of us, about a trace to an inch. Then once we get into tomorrow, cooler high pressure takes over for a day. Low pressure system to our south goes away, but another one already comes to call as early as Sunday, and that brings back another 50-50 shot for some snow. And that one's going to be perhaps just as light, even lighter than the one we're shaking off tonight. So by Sunday, we might manage another trace to about 1.5 inches. Not a huge deal, but like Kristen mentioned, it could put a car in the ditch. You don't need that much to do that trick. Here's the trick tonight up towards International Falls. 20 below actual air temp. 15 below for the Iron Ranges, maybe 5 below towards warm locations in the south like Moose Lake. 50% chance for more light snow, especially closer to the lake. And that continues into Wisconsin and Michigan as well. Low temps there, about 5 below for the most part. Then tomorrow, daytime high temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper teens with a mostly sunny sky. So just a little cooler than normal, but a beautiful day to enjoy the fresh snow. In Minnesota, mostly sunny there as well. Check out those trails we just talked about. Go for a little ride. I dug out my snow machine today, so hopefully it starts tomorrow, number 1, and then I can get out and ride it. High temps tomorrow for Minnesota, about 13 to 16 above, maybe 17 right by the lake. Extended forecast shows an up and down and back and forth pattern here. If we have some snow now, Saturday will be sunny, and then some snow Sunday means partial sunshine on Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, followed by more snow on Tuesday and back towards the sunny side on Wednesday. Boy, the other shoe drops on Wednesday, the cold shoe, the snow boot. Another cold snap starts, so we could go towards 15 below, well, from Wednesday through next Friday.
Thanks, Dave. If you're planning a trip to the Boundary Waters this summer, it's almost time to get your permit. BWCA permit reservations for the 2022 season will be available starting January 26th. The quota season runs May 1st to September 30th. Forest Service officials say you should have at least 3 travel dates in mind before making a reservation in case your first choice is unavailable. You should also review the list of BWCA requirements before booking. You can book your reservation online or by phone. Fewer permits will be available this year as forest leaders try to overcome crowds and damage to the forest.
Downtown Duluth is about to turn into a snowboarding hotbed.
Yeah, back in the Twin Ports for the first time in more than a decade, Red Bull Heavy Metal will host extreme snowboarding's greats, all using the world around them to show off their skills.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
CBS 3's Quinn Gorham shows us how organizers are getting ready for Sunday's event and why it's being held right here in downtown Duluth.
Cascade Park, a hidden gem on Duluth's hillside with a legendary reputation among the street snowboarding community. This Sunday, riders will flock from across the world to take part in all it has to offer.
Sunday's event marks the return of Red Bull Heavy Metal, an event that last happened in 2003. There are 3 zones the riders will be able to compete. Those zones will be on top of the hill, at the playground in the middle of the park, and finally on the rail. Benches, pipes, rails, and natural terrain present a unique experience for each part of the competition. Director of Videography Ryan Taylor says it'll be a fast-paced event, which judges will be scoring all riders at the same time.
I mean, organized chaos is probably the best way to describe it because it's a jam format, and that just means that riders get to go kind of whenever they're ready. For an hour, they just get to ride, and like falls aren't taken into account. It's just the tricks landed.
Men and women will participate at the same time, but will be scored separately by those 3 judges.
Riders will be preparing for the event today, tomorrow, and Sunday, hoping to score big and take home that first place prize.
Thank you, Quinn. The event is free to attend and starts around noon on Sunday. Coming up at 6, the story of one Duluthian and why he can't wait to ride in his hometown this weekend.
Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from the Humane Society of Douglas County in Superior.
His name is Quagmire, and you can see his big eyes are just so cute. He's a year old and looking for a loving home. Our friends at the shelter tell us he can be a little shy, but he's got a lot of love to give, so you just need to coax it out of him a little bit. He needs a nice, calm home who is willing to be patient and help him build his confidence.
Those eyes are something. Those will draw you right in.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, if you would like to set up an appointment to adopt Quagmire, then you can call the number on your screen.
Those are like puppy eyes, but on a cat.
Yes. So cute. Well, still to come, after a fire tore through Duluth's Edmond building last week, the city is giving an update on its future. We have the details after the break.
If you or someone you know has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock here with spokesman Rob Wolf. So, Rob, please share with the viewers at home who should be calling in right now.
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
Do you experience neck pain or suffer from chronic headaches? Northland Anesthesia Associates offers pain injections for these trouble areas. NAA provides a customized treatment plan to achieve the best outcome and highest patient satisfaction. Call today for the relief you deserve.
Hi, I'm Steven, your Bauer and CCM skate and stick fit specialist here at Play It Again Sports. The Bauer Skate Lab creates a perfect 3D mold of every hockey player's foot. Stop in today to get your perfect fit.
Trade in! Trade up! And save!
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Calling all Bulldogs. Do you consider yourself a diehard UMD Bulldog fan? Send a picture of you or you and your crew all decked out in your Bulldog attire for a chance to be the My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week. Follow the My9 Sports Facebook page and post your pictures there to be entered into our weekly random drawings. Each Fan of the Week will be showcased in our My9 Sports UMD Athletics Broadcast of the Week. The My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week is brought to you by the Duluth Tap Exchange.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you, too.
Don't let the weather ruin your day. Dave Anderson, Peter Kavitkauskas, and Bo Fogel. The CBS 3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms.
Hi, folks. Welcome back. If you or someone you love has been exposed to asbestos and you now suffer from mesothelioma or lung cancer, you could be entitled to significant cash compensation. Rob, please share with everyone who should be calling in right now.
Well, just like you said, Paula, if you or anyone you know have been exposed to asbestos and now suffer from mesothelioma or from lung cancer, you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Thanks, Rob. Pick up the phone and call now.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Demolition is set to continue on the Edmond building, which a fire destroyed Monday. Crews battled flames at the downtown Duluth building in sub-zero temperatures for more than 7 hours. Duluth's Deputy Fire Chief John Otis says the building's owners are working on getting a new contract signed with the demolition company. The city issued permits for demo work in November. Then there was a setback with the original contractors hired to do the job. Otis says this is the 4th fire in the vacant building since mid-December. He says fires in vacant buildings are a huge problem for the community's safety and are often human-caused.
Unfortunately, when we get really cold weather, people that are experiencing homelessness tend to look for other alternatives and other ways of gaining access. We don't know if that's what happened here, but we suspect that it may likely be a human-caused fire.
Otis says the official cause is undetermined because of just how bad the building was damaged. The building is too dangerous for investigators to get inside. It's expected to be torn down by the end of the month.
The Duluth Fire Department saw a major increase in water emergencies last year. The department responded to 56% more calls than in 2020. Fire Chief Sean Creuset says that's most likely due to people getting out more after COVID lockdowns were lifted. He says not all of the calls needed a full rescue response, but he's thankful to see the community being vigilant if they think someone might be in danger. Creuset says if you suspect someone might be in trouble on the water, don't hesitate to call 911. He says the best way to stay safe is to always be aware of the water and weather conditions.
On this Friday night, millions of Americans are in the path of what could be the biggest snowstorm of the season. Tonight, the emergency preparations already underway and what you need to know. That's all coming up here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning brought to you by the Birth Center at Essentia Health. By your side every step of the maternity journey so you can rest easy knowing you're both in good hands.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmonds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmonds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS 3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
Currently a fire underway.
Bringing you complete coverage on air.
Inside the deck.
Showing you what's happening now. What's next? How it affects you. Focused on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With live, local CBS 3. Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight, we brought you the latest after breaking news this afternoon. Charges have been filed months after misconduct allegations were announced against the Proctor football team. A 17-year-old boy has now been charged with criminal sexual conduct, and he's set to make his first court appearance on February 3rd.
And tonight at 6, the pandemic, staffing shortages, and ever-changing guidelines, all obstacles facing those working in childcare. We hear from state and local leaders tonight how they are navigating the difficult changes.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.